How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the stream. It's been a minute since I've been live, but I'm grinding the 2026 tape. This is such a fun time. We're just like the summer before the cycle, and it's just watching a bunch of old high school and AAU, and we got a fun one that I can't believe I haven't watched it. I didn't watch this game when it happened. I don't have notes on it, so I'm assuming I just didn't watch it. But yeah, I'm just gonna post this. Just get the link to this, and we'll start the game. But hope everyone's having a nice Wednesday night, or I guess whatever time zone. Yo, how's it going, everyone? But yeah, let's get into this. I will get my notes up. So. Peat, no. But yeah, this is a this is a very high caliber prospect matchup with Peterson against Arenas and Pete. Like three, man, Arenas starts it off hitting the three. I'm so fascinated to see how he is because there's just so many questions I have, but he's so talented. Get Peterson the ball. Peterson was just so unbelievable in AAU and in high school at Phenom, but definitely. There's that Koa Pete closeout again. I'm still trying to figure out Koa Pete as well. Definitely had some impressive moments as in the FIBA World Cup, but also some not as good games. I still have my questions about him, so I'm curious to just watch him closely and see how he is. But I'm pretty comfortably leading Darryn as the number one guy in this class at the moment. I would kill for the Pacers to get any of these guys, but Bennett Starks is my dream pacer. Bennett Starks would be the best pacer ever. But I mean, obviously Peterson or Devanza or Boozer, any of those three would just be the greatest thing that's ever happened, aside from the finals appearance. Good finish by Pete right there. I hate that this player can't really like you can't click to go forward and backwards on my arrow keys. But yeah, good stuff by good stuff by Pete there. I think Boozer and Pete might have played this year, did they? I feel like they may have played, maybe not. I mean, Boozer's just kind of better at most things. Like he's bigger. I think he has better touch. He's more skilled. Do you think Ament will fall off with SEC physicality and athleticism? Offensively, he might. Defensively, I feel pretty good about him. I will be in Vegas for summer league this year. I'm quite excited, but yeah, I think he'll be okay defensively just because he is such a freak mover and his length is great and his anticipation is great. But offensively, he's going to be awesome as a shooter, and hopefully they use him well at Tennessee, which I will have my worries about because it's Rick Barnes. Great rotation there by Pete. But yeah, trying to figure out how I feel about Pete's offense, how I feel about how good his defense is. Tap and finish by Arenas. But yeah, definitely Elijah. I've talked about this before, but I don't really think Acuff is a one and done at this point. Like I feel like he's more Boogie Flan DJ Wagner type than I don't know, like Jeremiah Fears type, for example, or like Mikkel Brown. Who is very legit. But Darryn tried to split. Good job by Koa again there. What do they call a foul on that? I have not done any WNBA. I mean, it's probably just bets, right? Like bets is pretty special, right? Um, FIBA U19, I can't do content on because their copyright is insane. So unfortunately, no. I mean, I really love Olivia Miles, but I feel like bets is probably a little better, right? But I'm not definitely not positive on this by any means. Eventually, I'll do. In the real dregs of summer, I'll get to some. I'll get to some W scouting stuff. But yeah, Arenas, I just like have no idea how he's gonna play. Like Arenas is so talented, but I have no clue. Koa, nice passing advantage there. I feel like Koa at the moment, like my thought on Koa is always like I feel like he's gonna be a solid NBA player. I just struggle to see the ceiling. Um Darryn, tough floater. Definitely settles for a tough shot there. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Sarah Strong is the GOAT. She really is the GOAT. She is just one of those one of them ones. She truly is incredible. I love. I'm taking Amet over Koa for sure at this point by a pretty by like probably just like one or maybe even like a tier and a half. I just buy his shooting, like his offense, a lot more with the shooting and the passing that Amet has, and I think his defense is awesome too. I think Amet is really good. Like I certainly don't think he's in the tier of like the top 3 or even particularly close, but I also think he's probably a good tick better than anyone else in the drafts, in my opinion, at this point. But I am, rewatching and working through a lot of these players, so I'm updating my opinions and getting higher and lower on guys. But that's where I'm at now. Arenas Pete pick and roll. There's just a switch. Yeah, Duke is going to be ridiculous again. Come on, Pete. You want to get it? Yeah, I plan on doing more like old prospect scouting stuff this summer. I do plan on doing that. That is part of the plan. See what Darryn can do right here. Pull up. He's struggling a little early in this game by his standards. Yeah, Mikal was great in FIBA. He was the best player that I mean, he just in terms of like on-court impact, he was probably the best player in the tournament. It was, I'd say him or Steinbach were the two most like impactful play-to-play guys. But I think AJ like was on that level too, even if like not incredible by his standards. But Crop was really good. Paul George, I kind of can't believe I haven't done a Paul George breakdown. I believe I have a Jalen Brunson video, or I've definitely referenced him in. I've definitely referenced Prospect Brunson in some videos before. But Paul George, I could definitely do. That's one. I actually, I have an, I have a Prospect Alex Caruso video in the works. I did not see that. No. But yeah, this is a good matchup. Three. So Isaac Williams. I like a lot of the comp. I always like the Compton Magic role players. And this year they have Bruce Branch, who's just absolutely unreal. But Darryn really was carrying this phenom team. Pete was very good in FIBA, inconsistent though, like later in the tournament. when he couldn't just fully rely on his like athleticism and power and strength, but he has like a really good touch and he's like a pretty good driver. I just worry about the shooting and the playmaking off the dribble, and but he's like a I don't really know. That's kind of why I'm watching him, but he was good in FIBA overall, I'd say. Danny Granger, my goat. I love Danny Granger, legend. But no, Pete was good in FIBA. Oh, good cut by. Look at okay, look at this. That steal by Darryn was crazy. That steal by Darryn was insane. I think flag. I think Cooper has a chance to be a better rookie to I don't know if that's disrespectful. A better rookie than Detlef Schrempf ever was. I mean, I think he might be, but look at Darryn. Look at how quickly he reacts. This like the ball hasn't even crossed Koa Pete, and he's reacting early to dig down. He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. Ivisic is fine. I don't love him as much as Stan Van Gundy does, though. I hope I can find someone to love me as much as Stan Van Gundy loves Ivisic. Looks like it probably will be a solid second round guy whenever he declares, I would guess. His defense is just probably not good enough, but his offense is awesome. And definitely NBA level. Marshawn Brooks was the GOAT. I love Marshawn Brooks. That's a great pull. I did not watch Mayor yet. No, I haven't watched them. I haven't watched Switzerland. Switzerland has Dion Nessa. I don't know how to say his name, I think, but I'm going to watch him. And then New Zealand. I know what like Jackson Ball, Hayden Jones. So yeah, there's a couple of teams I'm still meaning to get to from FIBA. Great, what shot right there? Yeah, Jacobson is so good. I mean, he's just like the next in line of every awesome Purdue big. But Cooper Flag is unbelievable. He's going to be insanely good. Like he is going to be so good the second he walks onto an NBA floor. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Big bucket, big post bucket. Okay. Let's see how they get Darryn the ball here. Just like posting up at the 3-point line, going into ISO. It's got a window. Oh, good pass. He probably could have made this one though. Potential. Oh, did I skip ahead too far? No, I didn't. Right. He potentially could have made this one though. Maybe. I don't know. Do I think Sar will start for Duke? How do you pronounce his first name? I have not heard anyone pronounce his name. I think nobody in this draft is on Cooper Flag's level. No. Harper's the closest, and I love Harper, but not that level. I tweeted about this a couple days tweeted about this a couple days ago. Dame. I figured it was Dame. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think I actually streamed that game. You can find my stream from that game where Ament had a really good game. I think Darryn still had a bunch of points, but he had a really great stretch against Peterson in the fourth quarter. Debanta has had some possessions against him in their games, but I'd say Peterson has mostly won those matchups. Boozer not Cam, not as many reps against him. And like he's not an Adidas guy, or he's not a Nike guy, so he never matched up with like Caleb Wilson. Koa Pete in this game, but I don't think we've gotten any matchups between them yet in this first quarter. But yeah, okay. I figured it was Dame because I have like buddies who will be like, "Oh, what do you think of Dame Sar?" And I'm like, I really don't think his name is. I just don't think it's Dame. Like that's probably not right. But yeah, I was actually watching some Sar today. I watched one of the games he played in the Euro League. He's pretty intriguing. I like how how pretty like solid and impactful he is at this stage already. And the tools are obviously crazy. And like he showed some more aggression at times in the ACB. I'm definitely intrigued by Sar. Oh my God, Koa Pete. Koa has some awesome moments as a rim protector. He's a bit of a load leaper, but like he's good. College football. I will watch Mizzou as always. Um, all the quarterbacks because the Colts are ass and yeah, the Colts are terrible. And I will be watching South Carolina and Arizona State and Clemson and all the teams that have quarterback prospects. I love Pat Ngongba. Go Tigers! That's fucking right. I love Ngongba. He's so good. He can be one to really benefit from like a super weak center class. Because he's just so skilled, and if he can stay healthy, like he really was moving well at the end of last year. He's super physical. He's his touch, his skill. Um, Indiana. I don't like Purdue. I don't really have a reason. I just don't really like them. Maybe it's because I was always like IU Notre Dame growing up for my relatives. Okay, Arenas hasn't done much, but steal by Peterson and easy finish. Peterson read the hell out of him. Um, Elijah. Yeah, I mean, I think this is a fine pass. Just Arenas is just tipping that. I mean, Peterson. But yeah, Indiana football is cool. I have Hauk in the lottery. I absolutely think he's a potential starter. He's tall, great athlete, smart, can shoot, like promising enough driver. I'm a huge fan of Hauk. Caden Pierce is. I will always rant about the Colts. I hate the Colts, man. Oh my god. This team has caused me so much pain. Like the Pacers have caused me lots of pain as well, but they've also brought me a lot more joy than the Colts. Flory should have a huge year. I hope so. I hate. Oh, Daniel Jones hasn't played a snap, and he's already like a top 5 least favorite Colt of all time. I can't. I just cannot do it. I can't. It's not as bad as the Wentz years because we didn't trade a first round pick for Daniel Jones, but we did give him like $20 million or something, or 15 million or something ridiculous. But yeah, the Wentz year was horrible too. The Matt Ryan year was horrible. The Rivers year was honestly the most fun I had watching the Colts was like the first 4 games of Anthony Richardson's rookie year because we had hope. Peterson's so fast. It's Tyler Shuck season, by the way. It's Tyler Shuck season. I hope AD's good. He was so bad last year outside of everything. Oh my lord. Crazy stop start. His change of pace is crazy. Like he's legit 6'6", I think, maybe 6'7", probably 6'6". And Arenas can just like stop on a dime, pause, explode into the rim. Get fouled by Darryn. Another Darryn rotation though. But again, Darryn. Nolan Troyer is going to be a star. That would be great for my agendas. I would have been so right. That would have been a great. That would be a great never wrong just early. Queen has real star potential. Xavier Lee. I like Xavier Lee. I think he's got a shot. Yeah, I do. He is so skilled and his shooting is so good and he's such a good passer that I think Lee could carve out a role in the league. I don't think he's going to be a star or anything, but I think he can carve out a role. I like Lee a lot. But we'll know this year. We will know this year at Florida whether or not he can. But I'm optimistic about Lee. Top 3 defenders. I think Peterson is the best defensive prospect in the class. Or actually, no, he's probably not better than Queens. I take that back. It's probably Peter. I don't think Boozer's a top 3 defender in the class. Also, he's probably like top 6, top 5, 6. He's probably up there. Top 3, I don't know. I mean, Peterson is easily top 2. I think Peterson, Quaintance for sure. Caleb Wilson is very, very good. I think Dash is really, really good. If enough people wanted me to break down my pickup highlights, I could break down my pickup highlights. My absolute legend teammates like have a real camera recording our games, which is just so good. Sinak has a lot of potential. Defensively, I like his mobility and like strength and explosiveness combo. Offensively, gonna need a ton of work. And I'm also like not sure how much he's gonna play this year. I don't know how much any of the Houston freshmen are gonna play this year. I think Harwell probably is the safest of the 3 Houston 5 stars. And then Kingston, I think Kingston is good. Yeah, Harwell will get run. I think absolutely. And like Kingston is really good, but he's just like a weird fit with Milos. But I think he's talented enough to where like it wouldn't. Tugler. That is true. Tugler will get in foul trouble every game, and Juwan Roberts is gone. JV Francis is gone. Peterson, his handles. I mean, he's just making the right read every time off these double teams. Like, this is a great flare screen, and that caught Pete. It's not Pete, never mind. But yeah, just great doubles. Great quick passes. I could see Pulikitis making the league. Yeah, I could see that. He's an awesome shooter and he's pretty skilled. So it wouldn't shock me. It would be crazy shocking. Peterson, Gen Z, Kobe. I don't know, kind of, maybe. Like, I'm not gonna say that's crazy. I'm really not. Peterson's that good. I mean, Peterson is like a psycho competitor freak work ethic guy. Like that is the truth. So if you want that, like, you know, all the Kobe mythology, but I feel like Kamania is gonna earn a starting spot. I just feel like he's too good. Khan way better than Kamania, yes. Khan just a different level of athlete and shooter, but Kamania's passing is so good. I think he's a solid defender. He can really dribble at his height. But yeah, I think Kamania is great. He plays in my backyard pretty much in LA, and he's an awesome player. How many McDonald's All-American? 7. That's actually interesting. Who are the 7? Wait. Cooper, Ace, VJ, Ant Beal hybrid realistic. In terms of like impact, I'd say so. Yeah. This year. Okay, this year. I mean, Peterson, Boozer, Debansa, Shirley. would lock that in. Immense feel pretty good about locking in. So that's 4 I feel very solid about. I feel like Peat is pretty safe as well. Peterson with the fadeaway. Yeah, Peterson really is locking people up. He's an unbelievable defender. 2026 is the best draft I've ever covered, I think. I mean, it's, like, I don't think any of these guys are as good as Wemby. But I think like the second and third guys are better than like Scoot and the Twins, as good as those guys were too. Peterson definitely settles some in some of these, but all the great high usage guys do. I think Houck is switchable. Yes, he's like a 2.5 through 4.5 defender. Like he's really good. He's a really great defender. He was so important for Florida's defense in that run, like the way he connected everything and could switch stuff. He was impeccable defending the rim. Like he was really good last year. Yeah, this is a ridiculously good draft class. It should be fun. I mean, I think Ament is the best consolation prize, just pretty generally. Good day. Look at Peterson just destroying everything. He's so ridiculous. Good Stokes NBA comparison? I don't have comparisons for most of these guys yet. That's not something I think about yet. Stokes I have 2 in 2027 behind Dylan Mingo. But that's an underwhelming class. I mean, yeah, you can just see like how easy Elijah wins and how easily he just blows by defenders and gets downhill. Like he clearly so talented. I don't know about Mbang, so I don't know. Wait, why is this not working? Do I think Pat will have a better season than Malawash? Probably not impact wise, just because Malawash was in like such a perfect situation with 2019 with Cooper and with Khan. But yeah. Yeah, outside of Peterson, there's like basically no real like lead guards next year. It is a lot of combos, which is not necessarily a bad thing. That's not always bad, but I don't know why this is. I'm gonna remove and try to restart this. Nasir Anderson, I have not seen, but I have been told that I should watch him and that he's good. So I've not watched Anderson, but he's on my list. I don't know why my computer decided to just stop this game from working. I don't want to think about the Nets, man. The Nets are so bleak. I mean, it'll probably be Yegor just because he was the highest pick. And Wolf I was not particularly high on, and worry about how the scoring and the defense translates. But his passing is awesome, and he's so skilled. Just like the turnovers and yeah, the Mullins gas is getting a little rich for my blood, to be perfectly honest. I like Mullins, but he's probably getting a little overhyped for me, just because I don't worry. Like he is pretty purely off ball, whereas I think Khan like has really real on ball stuff, and just that's how he's been. But but Mullins is good. He's also a little older for a freshman too, I believe. Rippy, I haven't watched that much, so I don't really have. Seems like a good like shot pull up shot maker. I think I remember him being good on defense in the stuff that I watch, but don't have much of it. Goes around like 20-ish. What is this? Acquaintance or Malawash is a good question. Probably, I think, you know, without knowing what Quaintance looks like next year, I'll probably say Quaintance, but obviously it's like we don't know what Quaintance is going to look like, and we know what Malawash looks like in this final draft year. I'd probably say JQ, but like close. Definitely close. Queen top 3, elite advantage creator, awesome passer, underrated defender. I think he's going to be good on offense. Oh, volume too loud. There we go. It's off now. Yeah, Derek Queen is American Jokic. Yeah, just like Arenas. My goat screwed over in the Hurley system. Burries, I am unsure of as an NBA guy and need to watch more, but he seems like he's going to be a good college player at the very least. Like, great pull up shot maker, strong, good defender. Elijah, good kick right there. I hope Elijah is good because if he's good, it's going to be such a fun kind of good. Like he's going to be a blast to watch if he's good. But he's one of the guys to me with like the widest ranges of outcomes in the whole draft. Reed Shepard. No, I feel like people are, or at least some people I've seen are getting too down on Reed Shepard. I wasn't super high in Reed. Like I think I had him like 6 or 7 on my final board. I thought the pick at 3 was fine. Like I didn't have major problems with that. But I don't think I'm particularly worried. Like I was worried about how his offense would translate because of the size and the physicality and the separation ability, and that was definitely an issue for him. But like he's gonna be fine. I think his defense was pretty impressive in a lot of the stuff, and I'm definitely gonna dive into Reed's season more. But I wouldn't worry particularly. Or like if you were high on Reed, I don't think you should be like so out on him yet. If season 2 there's no progress, then we can start to worry. But Peterson's so fast, man. The only thing that separates Peterson from like the Kobe is the vertical athleticism. Like he just doesn't have the bounce that those guys have. He's got everything else though. He has the burst, the horizontal explosiveness. This tape is crazy. I didn't even look at the box scores for this game. I like Evans. Yeah, I think he's interesting. He's a great. I mean, he's just like a ridiculous movement shooter with the high motor. Like, there's a lot to like with Evans. Alijah is just like not that level of shooter though. well, like Trey is one of the best shooting prospects in years, and Elijah's inconsistent at this point, and just like it doesn't have nearly as much of a sample. I'm not that high on Koa. Florida's great. Don't think they're going back to back without Walter. Unfortunately, I really enjoy the Florida team. I love Lee, I love Boogie, but no, I don't think so. I like Condon a lot. Maybe I don't know. They can definitely make like a run for sure, but I wouldn't peg them as national champions. The biggest hole in the Bances game is definitely just like the decision making and like the live dribble processing. Um, and then Peterson probably honestly just like sometimes he tries too hard to do like cool floaters at the rim and doesn't go up easy. Like he really doesn't have any significant holds. And I think that's part of why he's so good. And just like the defensive motor for AJ too, like when AJ locks in, he is like one of the best on-ball defenders I've ever seen. He is truly unbelievable. Um, I'm not worried about AJ's shot. I mean, his like volume of difficult shots is so high, and he's an incredible like mid-range creator too. Even though I don't think he was that efficient for mid-range his last AU year. I don't know. I could look this up in my stuff later. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Shot mechanics just pretty much are never something I consider, honestly. I just don't know enough and don't think they seem to like impact enough. Like there's so many shooters with weird mechanics and bad shooters with great mechanics. Boogie, yeah, Boogie. I mean, kind of, but also like Clayton. Just neither of them are the like all-in-one creator that Clayton is. Like he's one. I don't think it's like you know one initiator is equaled necessarily by two like secondary creators. Like you still don't have a primary guy, and I think Walter is that primary guy. A men, a men maybe best defensive guard. I mean, I guess a men is probably more of a wing. But Cason Wallace comes to mind. Probably other guys. Look at this. Okay, great. Wow, is that a foul? Really? Koa's Koa's like rim protection instinct is really good, man. Like he got great timing. Dark horse number one can I guess like technically I don't know. I guess like technically Boozer is a dark horse based on that, but it's gonna be one of the three. I would be so beyond stunned if it wasn't. Yeah, Peterson, I think his defense is it's kind of underrated, like how good his defense is. I'm gonna do a big breakdown on Darryn at some point in the summer, because he legitimately since like his final AAU season into his prolific prep season was the best defensive stretch I've ever seen from a guard at the high school level. And he wasn't this crazy on defense before. Like he was always solid, but he just like took everything up to a new level. And I think Peterson is pretty close to Flag. Um, I think Booz. Honestly, I think all three of them are somewhat close, but Flag just like I've seen him dominate college, and I think these three guys can, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. But yeah, I think Peterson has a shot. I'm so excited for him to be in the league. Yeah, Peterson's unbelievable. He is truly special. Koa get into the lane. Look at Peterson. Look at Darryn Peterson protecting the rim. 1 second. Just watch Darryn Peterson right here. Insane. Insane. Dude, Peterson's so good. Yesufu, I'm warming up to. I'm warming up on Yesufu just because he is a really crazy productive driver, and though I'm quite worried, and then Peterson locking up Elijah and forcing a turnover. I mean, this is insane. Average Darryn Peterson game is just the most dominant two-way half you've ever seen. It's so funny. He's awesome, man. Yesufu, I'm definitely more worried about his offense, and that makes me think of him as more of like a mid first round guy. But his defense is so crazy, and he is so strong, and his like movement skill is crazy. He's so flexible and agile for a guy like as explosive and long as him. But just want to see what the offense looks like before I'm confident in him as like a lottery guy, like consensus seems to be. But I've definitely moved up after watching him and doing some more research the last couple days. I think the only guard better than Darryn is Luka. Yeah, it's Luka. Luka's the only one. I think this was Darren Steele again, right? Yep, just he's so broken. He's such a cheat code. He's not fair. But yeah, Luka's the best guard prospect, I think. Koa, nice pull up. Koa loves a long too. Burries is good. Yeah, Burries is good. Yeah, Kyrie, I think Peterson probably a step above Kyrie even. I think he's a step above like John Wall. I think he's a step above like Scoot for sure. And like Fultz probably as well. It really is just Luka, and like maybe Cade, if you consider Cade a guard, kind of approaches that level, but probably not even. I think Peterson's still just better. He's so ridiculous. It's not even funny. Look at Peterson, man. Oh my god, he's so ridiculous. This is insane. I came to this conclusion. I wanted to watch this game for Koa because I just am working on formulating my opinions on Koa. And Arenas was good to have a refresher. He loves to shoot. Luka's defensive tape was fine. It was like average, I think. His off-ball defense was always fine and good, and like wasn't a great on-ball defender. But he was like, I mean, it really is the like the belt, like the dumb, like the dumb guy, smart guy bell curve, where it's like Luka was the EuroLeague and where it's like Luka was the EuroLeague MVP. And then the smart guy's like, Luka was the EuroLeague MVP at 18, and it's like, yeah. Sometimes that's just the answer. See what Koa can do here. Good drive. And he's just like the flexibility there was really impressive. Good bucket right there. He's a really good like face up post player. I'm sure he's going to do a lot of that at Arizona. I'm surprised. I think I have clips from this Peterson game, but I don't know if I've actually watched it in full. Even if I did, it's a good. Um, yeah, Baldwin, I just think was the college situation just did not help him. And it being COVID, obviously, right? I think COVID wasn't good either. But no, Baldwin was a good prospect in high school. I agree. He's kind of a good example to me of maybe like because he was pretty much just a role player at like high level competition for Phenom. Um, and maybe that said something, but he wasn't a role player at high school. I mean, he didn't play the super high level competition in high school, but he was like a Helio creator in his high school competition. The Patrick Baldwin Jr. high school mixtapes are awesome. I would highly recommend after this going to okay, 7%. I mean, they could just to be gluttonous. Like, I don't think they really need to or will, but it would be funny. Some other team is like, we're just gonna screw everybody over by giving OKC Cam Boozer. Yeah, Peterson is just Arenas has no chance. He can't do anything against Peterson. That's fine. Most guards struggle immensely with Darryn Peterson. Good drive, just get into the rim, bully. I was I, I, I tweeted about Darryn, how crazy low his turnover rate is as a driver. I think it was like below 4%, which is crazy. Sturts is the only guy I've seen lower. Good touch on that mid range J by Koa. Ooh, good double team. I mean, it's just NIL, right? Like they're the NIL thing. I mean, I think I like it from like a scouting perspective because NIL film and data and all that is just better and easier accessible. So like for my purposes, I like it. I think the competition's probably a little better too, usually, depending on the European league, obviously. But I don't know, like guy playing in like the Adriatic or like the Italian league would probably rather be in college basketball, be in like the SEC or whatever. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting change. Like I'm glad we're getting like Steinbach in the Big Ten. That's gonna be good. Oh, Darryn, it's okay. Nobody saw that. Good. Yeah, I think Peterson is mostly incredibly solid against traps. Do I use Chat GPT? I have never and I won't. No. I'm very anti. I do everything by hand. By hand parentheses computer. Koa Salas could be good. He could be solid. I just don't think there's much of a ceiling with him, but like he could be a fine role player. I agree with that. Carter high end outcome, just like a really good like 3-and-D plus starter is the vision for him. I think like I don't know if it's as good as Jaden McDaniels or like in a different way from Jaden McDaniels, like that kind of player. Even if their skills will be different, but who's the short dude on the screen? Who is the short dude on the screen? I don't know. I don't know. Oh my goodness, Koa. Okay, he is maybe. It's definitely possible. I'm just not giving Ko enough credit for how good of an athlete he is. Like, man, crazy. I think Edgecombe is way better than Yesufu at this point. Just way more offensive game. And yeah, I think Murray Boyles is better than Quaintance. Quaintance maybe has like a smidge higher of a ceiling because of the crazy physical tool, like the crazy athleticism, but CMB is so special. He's so special. It's honestly crazy that we got Cooper and CMB in the same draft class. Like, how many classes have like two defenders that level? I guess like 2023 with Wemby and the Twins. There's probably others as well. Arenas, good 3F the catch. Peterson, ridiculous. Yang is Papagiannis coded. I'll be sad. I hope not. Just he's so good. I think Darryn Peterson should play for my rec league team. Actually, he shouldn't because I want to get more shots. No, me and Darryn would run sig pick and rolls. Phenom in the zone. Yeah, I mean the surrounding cast for Darryn, this Phenom team was. They should let Jalen Johnson and Patrick Baldwin and Reese Beekman and Jamin Brakefield come back and play with Darryn at Phenom to do a Phenom United reunion and have Khan come back too. I think there's a lot of potential here. Oh my goodness, Darryn. He's so ridiculous, man. Have I seen Squid Game? I'm meaning to watch the third season. Is it good? I haven't heard anything about it, but I love the first season. And the second season was good too. I didn't think it was incredible, but it was good. Yeah, Koa is just so dominant. Oof. Yeah, I'm still gonna watch season 3. I'm just like, I just want to see how it ends, or if it's the end. I think it's the end, right? Peterson, the Hezi is so crazy. Like, it's just so hard to guard him without fouling. He's just too fast, and his handle is too good. Koa, just oh man, that's this been insanely dominant. Squid Game America. I feel like they just like didn't watch it or understand the whole point of season 1. I feel like this is not Squid Game coded. We do not need Squid Game America. Good pass by Peterson. I mean, he's just like he's carving these doubles most of the time, which is what we want from him, of course. Peterson, I got a foul on that. I know we've been doing a lot of Darryn Peterson talk, but Koa has been really good in this game as well. I've been impressed by him too. Just like again, he should dominate against these opponents, and he has been. I mean, the shot selection not always amazing, but like the physical dominance, the scoring, the rim protection from him has all been really encouraging, which we like to see. Peterson, wow, wow, wow. Oh my god. It's unbelievable. What a great rotation by Koa. Like, he reads this like early enough to get up there, Go vertically. Probably fouls him. Oh my goodness. That is insane. That is insane. I got into scouting by just like doing what people on Twitter who I like did, just like writing articles, and I did it for like Fansided or like my own whatever random website would post me. Um, my tips on how to start are always just like do it, just make content or do the thing that you want to be doing. That really is the way, I think. Ooh, good drive by Arenas. There we go. Like to see him using his strength there. Yeah, maybe a little push off, but still strong drive. Gets the and one there. Peterson, did he miss that read? Did he miss this? I can't tell. Peterson. Yeah, I think he probably could have. I mean, he seemed like he was looking for it, but it's fine. Doesn't end up mattering. Doesn't end up mattering. It's crazy how dominant Peterson has been in this game, and yet Phenom is down 20. That's crazy. Darryn's been so insane. No problem. And I don't know. There's some good potential for internationals with like Nathan Soliman and DeBone and Yigma. I haven't watched a lot of the guys, but I know there's people that people are excited about. But yeah, there hasn't been like a really crazy international class. Since I guess Wemby. I mean, I guess 2024, but like that wasn't that was just because it wasn't that great of a class overall, obviously. Koa. Yeah, I mean, he loses his handle, but he's just getting to his spot whenever he wants, as he should. As he should. Oh, he comes out. Okay, they're done with him. The 13-year-old dubbed the next Wemby. That's Mohamed Debone. He's not 13, unfortunately. Solid pass by Arenas. He's making some decent reads in this game. Like nothing crazy, but he will pass out of some drives. Yeah, I think of international as like non-NCAA. So I wouldn't count. Peterson is better than any non-flag prospect that I've seen. DeBona didn't fake his age. I don't understand where this like 11-year-old thing comes, like this 11-year-old 13-year-old thing comes from. Like he's listed at 16 on the FIBA 3x3 website, I believe. Like I think it's like public information, and I think he's 16 or 17. And I don't know. People are obviously just gonna purport this as much as they'd like. But the Paolo Twitter war is honestly crazy. Like that is insane. I think I like am a Paolo centrist. Like I get I mean, I think J-Dub is like very obviously better right now, and like there's basically no argument that Paolo is a better player right now. Like that's that's ridiculous. But I believe this is DeBone. It could be, but yeah, I don't know. I don't buy it. We'll see. But yeah, I think J-Dub is like very obviously better right now, but Paolo has a very high ceiling, and I think there's a lot of like approach changes that need to happen that maybe won't. Um, I don't know, but that is crazy that they list him at 13. That is wild. But Paolo discourse is a psyop. I agree. Anyways, I think yeah, people seem to be saying I don't know. I just yeah, that the FIBA 3x3 is probably the wrong guy. You're right about that. If he really is born in 2011, he might be the GOAT, but who knows? The Paolo discourse is a psyop. There's so many. Wait. Anyways, unless anyone has any more questions or thoughts, I'm gonna end the stream off. Thanks everyone. Yeah, I didn't realize the 3x3 thing was the wrong country. That is true. That's a good point. But I'm sure other people think that everyone has someone who they think is dumb, and people think they're dumb. I'll say that. But yeah. The DeBone tape is awesome. Like the thing is like regardless of his age, he seems like a ridiculously good prospect. His defense is unbelievable. Like I think he's really good regardless. And I'm excited to watch him, honestly. Like he's so cool. Paolo is just a very polarizing player. Some people think he's like the next LeBron, and some people think he's not very good. He's very polarizing. And there's like I don't know where it started, like the Paolo versus J-Dub thing. Well, like I don't know where the Paolo J-Dub thing originated. But it's just like there's like a huge war between like Thunder and and Magic fans, I believe. I don't know exactly where it came from. I mean, Bam's just a ridiculous defender. Like he's a ridiculous defender who hasn't always had terrible touch and is a great passer for a big. But his defense has been he's been like a all league defender for years now. I'm working on an updated top 25 defenders in the league list, and I have Jaren over Bam, but both high. Yeah, DeBone going to college basketball would be really interesting. I mean, I feel like there hasn't. I'm curious to see who the first like super duper like Wemby Luca level international prospect comes to the USA. That'll be interesting, honestly. But I don't know. I'm excited for it. Bam is a good looking guy. That is absolutely true. Absolutely true. Thanks, y'all. Have a good night.